Alright, I'm just going to get into it. I'm talking about the Occam Defense MERC Handguard. I'm going to make a claim here and say that it is one of the best ways to modernize the Kalashnikov. It's either often overlooked or people bypass it because of the things you have to do to install it on a factory built AK. I think it really shines if you're building an AK and you want something modern. You also won't have to buy a few of the barrel components, and you get to skip some pressing, fitting, and pinning. I think it's a superior handguard, and it comes down to these factors. It has a simple and robust install. You're not messing with the heart of the AK at all. It clamps to the rear sight block journal, and it effectively is like a free float handguard. In my experience, it holds zero very well. And that's because you're not removing the optic or having to move the mounting interface to field strip or clean the rifle. It's also not trying to work around existing parts on the barrel and still keep like a slim profile, so you don't have parts of the handguard retainer sticking out or the rear sight block. This allows kind of for a seamless 1913 across the top. And it also has a full-length heat shield that goes throughout the whole handguard. It keeps it rather comfortable even on those hot days. There's also plenty of M-lock for anything that you want to attach. That includes any of your forward grips, sling mounts, lights. It does have two integrated QD mounts for a sling on both sides. I just like to use steel ones. As far as optics, I've been able to mount an LPVO to it and pretty much any red dot. Magnifiers are a bit of a challenge, but I think if you have a side rail mount, you could utilize one of those and a quality side rail mount and put a magnifier behind that red dot. Last is kind of its price. I think you get a lot here for $300, and you can get blimps for even less. As far as my experience, I have thousands of rounds between 3 of these handguards. I've done simple rifle comps, more physical extreme competitions like Kalashnikov, and plenty of rounds just doing my own thing. This has been in the heat of the summer and even single digits just this past winter. The handguard's solid. It doesn't shift, the screws don't back out. I'm able to keep probably one of the most refined zeros I've ever had on an AK. The MERC Handguard, it's got a slim, sleek profile. It feels like you're shooting something modern. Now I'm going to get into more technical aspects of the MERC Handguard here, and just kind of show how it interfaces with your rifle. Alright, I wanted to give a visual representation. I like visuals. Helps me understand things better. Could be autism. So you have a few different pieces here, and just to start off, you're going to have your barrel is going to look like this. You have a gas block, no rear sight block, no handguard retainer. So this acts as your new rear sight block. See here, you have the ledge for your top cover, the new gas tube and castle nut. It just threads into the front of this block. They do that just because of variances between guns and gas blocks. You're going to have to adjust it. It just sits in there right on top of the front trunnion. Bottom piece goes there. Now when you do install those on those mating surfaces that go to the barrel, you are going to want to use a sleeve retainer. A little bit goes a long way, just kind of smudge it in there. And then also right here. And then once you have those two pieces there, you just slip on the handguard. The hardest part is kind of getting everything past this heat shield in here. Just kind of wiggle it a little bit and it'll go by. But I don't know if you can see this here, but the way the block interfaces with the handguard, there's not a lot of gap or anything, so it's a pretty tight fit. And then line up your screw holes. I mean, this thing, it's got a little bit of wiggle right now because you don't have the screws tightened down, but it just shows that this thing's got a pretty tight interface to begin with. But you put your 4 long ones down there that clamps the 2 pieces together, and then you have 2 screws on each side that you would put in. I definitely put Loctite on those. But yeah, there you have it. Not a lot of pieces involved and a pretty rock solid system. So overall, the MERC Handguard is really good. It fixes a lot of problems and issues I've had with other systems. Could something better be made? Sure. But in my opinion, you'd have to go to something like the original Russian Sure Shot, or like the AKB-15, which is featured on Forgotten Weapons. Until then, I think the MERC is the best thing out there. So props to Occam Defense. With it, you gain a free float handguard on an AK. It's sleek and seamless. You can mount anything from an LPVO for magnification to your IR laser illuminator. If you can get past modifying the rifle, I'd give the MERC a go. It's better than good enough. So until next time, thanks for watching.